Happy, happy, happy Friday, everybody. We made it. Last day of the week, and it's super nice out. So let's get through our work so we can go out and play. So make sure you have something to write with and something to write on. We are going to focus on dividing. When your divisor, so in this case the 3, it's always the second number, is greater than your dividend, or the first number. Okay, so let's think about this 2 divided by 3, but let's put it into context, right? So if Jacob, Isabella, and Cole are sharing 2 sandwiches evenly, how much of the sandwiches, do they get to eat? All right. Um, so that kind of makes it seem like more sense, right? Because if we were to just draw this out like this, right, and we'd have 2 and 3, then we'd be like, what the dirt? It's not making sense. So how much are we starting with? Well, there's 2 sandwiches, right? And what do we have to do with those 2 sandwiches? Well, there's a few different ways you go about doing this, but the way I think about it is I'm just going to divide each sandwich into thirds. Okay, so one for Jacob, one for Isabella, and one for Cole, right? So right now, out of that one sandwich, each person got a third. And then I'm going to do the same thing over here. One for Jacob, one for Isabella, and one for Cole. Okay? So how much will each of them get? Well, each of them will get 2/3. Okay? And if we think about this up here, this hook and ladder, we talked about when you have a remainder, right? When you've got this is not 0, but it's less than this becomes the numerator, and then that number out here becomes your denominator. So it's the same thing. So 2 different ways that we can prove that 2/3 is the answer to this. So let's try one more. Okay. So 5 friends have 4 cups of lemonade to share evenly. How much lemonade will each friend get? So I want you to pause the video and solve this one. Remember, we're starting with 4 cups of lemonade, right? So go ahead and solve it, and then when you're ready, hit unpause. Okay, so we're starting with 4 cups of lemonade. So here are my yummy looking 4 cups of lemonade. Lemonade. So I'm going to do the same thing I did last time. I've got 5 friends, or 5, there are 5 friends. I'm going to split it 5 ways. So in this one, each person gets 1/5 of a cup. And then I'm going to do the same thing here. And here. Getting thirsty thinking about lemonade. Maybe that's lunch. Lemonade and a sandwich. So, how much would one person get? I'll use, I wonder if we'll see yellow because it's lemonade. One person gets this piece, this piece, this piece, and this piece. So my original equation, right, if I think back to that, would be 4 divided by 5, which equals 1/5, 2/5, 3/5, 4/5. 4/5. So boom, that's it. So now let's look at both of these equations that we've just done. We did 2 divided by 3 and we got 2/3. We did 4 divided by 5 and we got 4/5. Do you see a connection? Do you see a pattern? And please don't say 2, 3, 4, 5. That was totally coincidental. Okay? But do you see another pattern? Pause the video and think about that for a minute. Come up with as many patterns as you can. All right? And then play once you've come up with a couple. So, one pattern that I'm noticing is in both of these equations, that first number, that dividend, becomes the numerator. Right? It happened there, and it happened here. And then in both equations again, that divisor, that second number, becomes the denominator. So a quick little trick is if you have an equation like this where it doesn't make sense. So let's say like even something like 19 divided by 25. Like Mr. Rupar, I'm not drawing out 19 sandwiches and splitting it between 25 people. You're absurd. You don't need to. First number becomes your numerator. Second number becomes your denominator. And boom, magic. Okay? So hopefully that makes sense. Now, I wanted to talk about this because it was something I forgot to share with you guys yesterday, or talk to you guys about yesterday. But from Wednesday, think way back to Wednesday on our fruit salad, right? I would probably say like I don't know, 80% of you got jammed up with peaches. Okay. So I want to talk about that. We talked about like for blueberries, let's start with, right? We went 237 divided by 79. Strawberries, 352 divided by 88. Peaches, 91 should be 91 divided by 182. And so a lot of people that showed their work would write this, but then when they go do their work, they'd put 182 in here and 91 out here. This is incorrect, y'all. Remember, and this is why, and I get why you're doing it. That's the bigger number. It should go inside. I've never told you the bigger number goes inside. I have always told you that the first number goes inside. So if we redo it, the first number should be inside. So this is what it should look like, right? And now if we think about our little trick, our little rule, this would equal 91 182nds. And there were a handful of you that really made a really nice connection and saw that that was equal to 1/2, which was fantastic. Okay? But I wanted to bring that one up because a lot of people got that wrong. And that's something going forward you're going to make sure you have straight. It's 91 divided by 182. 91 should be on the inside. 182 should be on the outside. Or you write your equation and you use our little trick of the day. Okay? So hopefully that makes sense. Today I got something cool planned. You're going to do a Kahoot. Yes, I know. And it's not going to be live, right? So we're not going to be playing, but you're still playing against each other, just not all at the same time. There's a Kahoot link in Schoology, so go on and play. Guys, it's really cool that I was able to turn off the time limit. So you don't get extra points for being first. Like there is no first. It's either right or wrong. So take your time, show your work, solve the problems, okay? Also, if you have any questions, if what we talked about today or something we talked about during the week doesn't really make sense to you, then please come to office hours, okay? If you need more practice with something, all right? Come on, I'd love to help you out. You guys know I love working with you on this stuff. So please come in if you need help. I hope you all have a great day. Let's get this done so we can go play outside after we get our work done. And then I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Bye, everyone.